Somewhere around 1985, I made my first visit to a coffee growing country. I'd been roasting coffee for about 15 years, and I had focused completely on the product. And when I got to Nicaragua in 1985, it was like 6 years after the revolution, and I had always felt that the farmers were the enemy. Buy cheap, great stuff, make money. And when I got there and I actually saw the poverty of 500 years of coffee, coffee trade, I was overwhelmed. The motto of my company at the time was, "In search of the perfect cup." It was product oriented. On the plane ride back, having been really shook by what I saw, I changed the motto of the company to not just a cup, but a just cup. And that happened to coincide with my being elected president of our National Trade Association, the Specialty Coffee Association of America. So I had a bully pulpit to express my new vision of switching to people instead of product. It just, and I have a master's degree in social work, and I practiced in the 60s and for a decade. And then I was a hippie, and I traveled across the country with a wood-burning stove and a water bed, and was making candles and stringing beads like everybody else. Maybe some people were working with leather and making Birkenstocks or sandals or whatever. Actually, the young people in Nicaragua who were going down there to help the revolution were called sandinistas. They weren't sandinistas, they were sandinistas. And so when I came back, I had a whole new perspective, and I was president of the largest coffee trade association in the world at the time. And I used Thanksgiving Coffee Company and the Specialty Coffee Association position that I had to create a power base to express new ideas. And while I was president, I created the Environment Committee of the Specialty Coffee Association, because at that time, the environment was in trouble, but not in the same way we think about today. Sustainability was a slow process of divining for the coffee industry. First, it was the environment, save the environment. The trees were coming down to grow coffee in the sun. This was not good for birds, migratory songbirds. It wasn't good for monkeys. It wasn't good for anacrids, spiders. It wasn't good for anything. So that was the first part. The second, couple of years later, I recognized that the environment wasn't the only issue, that there were issues with social justice, that the coffee industry was harming people. We were sending our kids to college and earning good, and living well, while we were harming people in other countries. So social justice was the second leg of the sustainability curve. And then fair trade occurred somewhere around 1999. The fair trade movement began, and Thanksgiving Coffee Company was the second company to join that movement and sign up. So economic justice became an aspect of the Environment Committee. And then, having moved on, the next generation of people in the coffee industry renamed it the Sustainability Committee.